I think most of you are actually preferring just regular old paleo art rather than legitimately cursed stuff now. Those seem to be doing better. Which makes me somewhat relieved, as now I can view things that aren't necessarily offensive to my eyes. They're old and sometimes inaccurate, but not soul-scarring. And that's nice. That's nice to know that we've moved on to better options that don't involve hurting me. Also, my throat is feeling much better. Thank you for asking. You didn't ask, did you? 'Cause you didn't even care. Oh no! Oh no, he's stepping! He's stepping on you! I don't even understand how this is like an attack. Like, what's he doing? He's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm putting my foot down. Dang it, Timmy! Stop misbehaving. The foot is coming down. Like, that's all I got from this. Oh yes, assert your dominance, Tyrannosaurus. You are the king of these lands! Also, sorry for the blurry art. This is the highest resolution I could find. And of course, by that, I mean not high at all, but it's very nice. It's very nice. Very good depiction, actually. Tail raised. It's awesome. I really like it. Although this is probably going to result in some people like, Tyrannosaurus didn't roar. Actually, we don't know what Tyrannosaurus sounded like because those, quote-unquote scientific versions of what Tyrannosaurus sounded like, yeah, those aren't scientific in any way. Not backed by actual paleontologists. We don't know how they could have sounded. They could have roared. It is just as likely that this was the case. So, hey, maybe, and follow me on this, don't actually get all your information from your social media feed and actually read something like a scientific paper on some subjects that may interest you. I'm trying to do my best here, but it's kind of hard for me, one man, to go up against the entire mass social media industry, but I'm gonna keep up the good fight. Rawr. Oh, that's a classic, Rex. That's a great one. I like the colors, actually. We got a reddish head and some red in the body, but it's like a mix of yellows and greens. And it's nice to see some variation in the overall color morph when it comes to dinosaurs, because usually people will just go with one solid color. But this artist decided, you know what? No, maybe they were really pretty. T-Rex could have just been made of rainbows. You don't know. You can assume nothing. On one hand, you may want to say, what a very nice Dimetrodon. And that would be really great to say, except this is supposed to be a Spinosaurus. That's not even the right skull. You know that. I know that. We've been over this so many times before. But, man, the Spinosaurus... The only thing anyone agrees on is that it had a big fin. That's all we got. Ooh, that's not a dinosaur. Yeah, I decided to throw in some prehistoric mammals. Why not? We got a woolly rhino. Looking really good. That's a good looking woolly rhino. It's a rhino that's woolly. And to be honest, most of the, prehistoric mammal art is usually alright. There really is very little to complain about. Probably because, A, the remains are much more recent, and some of them are very well preserved to the point of being frozen. We can straight up see, like, even with, like, actual soft tissue. But also, we have a modern comparison. I mean, we found the remains of the woolly rhino. We're like, isn't this just a rhinoceros? Oh, but it was woolly. Just how we know that. So, as a result, it's a lot harder for artists' interpretations to get crazy. See, you know, it's funny. This is obviously, there's a stegosaurus in the background. That's a stegosaurus down there, too. But this is not supposed to be an allosaurus. It was titled Tyrannosaurus. And for the last time, the T-Rex is closer to us in the overall time stream than it was to Stegosaurus, even if that weren't a problem. It's the hands that bother me, because you might say, well, let's just say it's an Allosaurus, and then it's fine. No. Why are there 4 digits? Oh, he's just chilling. And Gorgo's looking angry over there off the page, but Antrodemus, I'm not even sure he knows what's going on. He looks tired. Like, he's just like, I don't even want to hunt today. Okay, can we not? I need a nap. Like, that's the interpretation he's given me. Oh, man! 2 thumbs up! It's an old school iguanodon. Another one of those hunchback interpretations. Why? Was that a phase that they went through? Where the artists were like, yeah, I think the back should look very painful. I think they should always look like they're suffering horribly just for having the nerve to exist. I don't know why that was a fixation, because it doesn't really... How are they even standing up? Well, I guess maybe the tail weighs them down, but no, that's not how this works. But we still got the double thumb spikes, and that is right. You know, like, for all the other problems, generally speaking, once it was realized that, oh, the spike doesn't go on their nose, artists are pretty consistent about adding a double thumb spike, which is very good, because, frankly, if it didn't have the double thumb spike, I wouldn't have a clue what that was. It is only because of those thumbs that I know it's Iguanodon. Oh lord, he coming! This is a puzzle, I know, but I'm pretty sure it's just using some old paleoart they probably found on Google image search, which is exactly where I found all these pieces of old paleoart too, so I really can't judge. Anyway, yeah, those hadrosaurs are in some trouble. They running. Again, we have 4 fingers on this Rex. Why do they keep doing that? That's never been something that was even really considered on a serious manner, and he's all hunched over too. Hadrosaurs are also very, very, very skinny. Like skin and bones. This is a weird one for me. Water looks nice though. See, I don't always look for stegosaurs that are locked in Mortal Kombat or something. On occasion, I like to see one with no thoughts, only leaves. And in the background we have an apatosaur with no thoughts, only leaves. Nice. Ooh, a herd of Maiasaur. I'm not even sure how old this is because it looks really modern, but very, very, very nice. I love this one, and it's incredibly accurate. They're on all 4s, which, thank you for that. Finally, someone gets it. Also, Maiasaurs likely lived in large family groups. They were known for rearing their young as well, which is why the name means good mother lizard. So, yeah, no, this is great. This is a fantastic piece. Love it. I like this one because it looks like this Rex is, like, almost embarrassed. Like he's sneaking away after doing something that was just really awkward. Like, I should not have done that. I'm just gonna remove myself from the situation and go on with my life and hopefully never have to revisit it ever again. Those are the vibes I'm getting from this tippy-toe T-Rex. And hey, we've all been there. This one made me mad. Oh, not because it's not nice, but because... Okay, honestly, I would have assumed that was an apatosaur or diplodocus or something not a brachiosaur if it didn't say brachiosaur. Because what's with the neck? Brachiosaurs have their neck angled very upwards. This one is out like an apatosaur, but raising it up like a brachiosaur. Another frustrating element is the brachiosaurs in the background look pretty good, so what's the deal with you, foreground brachiosaur? I don't get it. You know what else bothers me? Why do the reeds look like carrots? That was my first thought when I saw them. I know they're based off of an actual prehistoric plant, but they look like giant carrots. Is it just me? You can't tell me they don't. I mean, come on now. Majestic. A classic tripod T-Rex. This is the kind of T-Rex you drew when you were in grade school, wasn't it? Admit it. Admit it. We've all been there. Green body, light underbelly, tail dragging on the ground like a dope. But hey, that's a T-Rex. Not really, but it's you get it. I get it. You get it. It's fine. It's great. Phenomenal. Flowers. So, you know, he appreciates the gardening aspect of life, I suppose. Yet another one with prehistoric mammals. I think these are supposed to be dire wolves. Not sure what the other one is off the top of my head. But whatever it is standing on business. Dire wolves are like, okay, we've made a mistake. That one actually might just be about to get crushed. Like, they are not playing around today. No one's getting eaten, but someone is getting stepped on. Oviraptor. Its fossil skeleton was found on a pile of dinosaur eggs in Mongolia. Okay, couple things about this one. First of all, if you hadn't said that was an Oviraptor, I would never have guessed that, nor would I have even assumed it was a dinosaur. What is that? This might belong on a curse list. Like, yo, it's not even close. Also, if this is the Oviraptor I'm thinking it is, then this is an insult. Because, while it was thought that the Oviraptor was an egg thief because it was found on a pile of dinosaur eggs, it's now believed that that same Oviraptor was not stealing any eggs. That Oviraptor was the mother, guarding, protecting her eggs. She was falsely accused of stealing her own babies. She was just being a good parent. Who were the real monsters here, people? It's man. Now, I have been over this before, but I'll go over it again, because some people may think I get upset whenever I see a Smilodon with tiger stripes, because people call it a saber-toothed tiger. Even though they weren't that closely related to tigers, you should call them saber-toothed cats. Of course, when I told people this, even though I was saying nothing but facts, people got really mad at me, as if I'd offended them deeply on a personal level. Like, how dare you say that? We're gonna call them whatever we want, even though it's wrong. And you know what? That's fine. Also, you know, if you're happy just being wrong, then that's great. But based on all of this, you might think that it frustrates me whenever I see a Smilodon with tiger stripes. No, because there's no argument against it having those stripes on the basis we don't know what their coat pattern was. We have no idea. So it could really be anything. I would even argue that it might be very likely they had stripes of some kind purely because of the environment they lived in. They didn't really dwell in forests, necessarily. They hunted in fields with tall grass. Tall, tan grass. Much like tigers actually do. Tigers have stripes to blend in with that tall grass. So, a proper camouflage coat pattern, an effective one, could be stripes on a Smilodon. Like, that could have worked. So, it's not outside the realm of possibility that that's what they looked like. So it's no problem. It doesn't mean they're any more closely related to tigers, because of a bunch of other factors like skeletal structure and things like that. But the coat pattern's up in the air. So this is a nice piece. I like it. Oh, this is cute. This is actually really cute. I love it. Look at the babies. Look at the baby Rexes. That one's playing with his mother's tail. Okay, that's just, it's sweet. It's sweet. It's very sweet. Got some issues in the background. Maybe that's the dad going hunting. Gonna get one of these animals. Not sure which one. He's gonna get them, because the babies need to eat. I'm not sure what the artist would call this piece. But, if it were me, I would refer to it as mistakes were made. Because clearly this theropod, I think it's a Rex, or supposed to be, has not engaged in this particular hunting behavior in a particularly effective manner. He is about to get run over. I guess this was not a good idea, and he does seem to be turning around immediately, because wow, no. And that's fair. That is very fair. Hello, Dimetrodon. This is from 1902, apparently. And it gave Dimetrodon an overall accurate appearance, except for the snaky tail. I'm not sure their tails would have ever been able to be that flexible. But to be honest, outside of that, it actually isn't bad, especially for 1902 standards. Speaking of early paleoart standards, here we have the opposite end of that spectrum, with an astonishingly large ichthyosaur versus a very, very tiny plesiosaur, both out of the water on a beach. Don't think that's accurate at all. You know, looking at that tail, maybe that's supposed to be a mosasaur. But I mean, with early paleoart, it could be anything. Like, honestly, I don't even care. But yeah, not supposed to be out of the water, basically ever. And I'm not even sure why they'd fight in this situation. Like, you're both at a crippling disadvantage. If they were even able to move out of the water at all, which they probably couldn't. And I know I'm ignoring the plesiosaur's snaky neck, because that's par for the course. I'd be shocked and amazed if there was a piece of actual old paleo art that didn't make the plesiosaur look like it had a snake head. Like, they always did that. You know that. Come on. This is not old art. But it is based off of old art, and it is awesome. Okay, wish I knew the artist's name, but this is supposed to be a Victorian-style Jurassic Park. Hence, what I think is an old-school depiction of Megalosaurus, and an overturned horse-drawn carriage with the top hat and the lantern. Like, okay, look. Regardless of what happens with the new Jurassic World movie, I think it would be a great idea for some kind of alternate universe miniseries or standalone short or something to actually make this, like, a thing, you know, as an animation or something. 'Cause this is a really cool idea. And use actual older depictions of dinosaurs as the dinosaurs in the short. Like, you know, make them intentionally inaccurate based off of what scientists used to think to go along with everything. I'd watch it. It's a cool idea. I like it. I like it a lot.
Hey, get off my rock. No! This is my rock. Mine alone. No one else's, especially not yours, Jeff. You're always so mean, Steve.
Oh, this is a great one. I love it when I see dinosaurs in snow. Mostly because even to this day, people still keep saying that dinosaurs couldn't be in snow. And that snow didn't even exist because the earth was too hot. And, you're wrong on both counts. And it annoys me that people don't bother to actually know things and assume they know everything and just post it. They just post their thoughts like, this is what I think. This is and they state, but they don't state it as this is what I think. They state it as this is a fact. As it, dinosaurs couldn't be in snow. Dinosaurs couldn't be in snow. That's ridiculous. No, yeah, they actually could. They handled it a lot better than you think. Like, way better. Some even live their whole lives in relatively cold environments. And this is a very nice piece illustrating that. So thank you, artist. Thank you for that. And last, but certainly not least, we have the noble, humble ground sloth. With, of course, no thoughts, only leaves. Just like a true sloth. And with that, a special thank you got to my apex predators, Arthur Roy and Metal for Life Guy. Till next time, this is Darkness, and I bid you all a fun farewell.